What is up, everybody? Collector Joey here, back again with another unboxing, and today we will be unboxing the Iron Man Mark 6 2.0. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. This is the last Iron Man I need to complete that beautiful original 7 suit. So tell me what you think about it down there in the comment section below. Also, while you're down there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the video. So here we have it, the Mark 6 2.0. This looks great already. So like I said, this is the last piece I need for the original 7. I want to get into the box real quick. We do have Iron Man front and center right there. That is the actual figure. And then behind him, we do have Stark Tower and some more buildings, some red going on. And then we have the Avengers logo right there. Also, it says Mark 6 right under that. And then down here, there's a Movie Masterpiece logo, a diecast logo, and a Hot Toys logo. If you go on to the left, we do have an Avengers logo as well, and you do get kind of an awesome shine throughout the whole box. I like that a lot, and this Avengers logo looks good. Some more branding down there as well. And then on the side, we have some styrofoam that is Avengers branded as well. Looks great. And then if you go to the back, we do have the whodunits, who took part of this, and that is also in that beautiful shine. But anyways, guys, let's get this guy open. So what I really like about these Iron Man boxes is that they always open from the side when they are die cast, and it's no different here. We have a black styrofoam. So here he is right here. Let's take a quick look at the figure, and then we will talk about some of the accessories. And wow, guys. Okay. This looks super good, man. I don't know, there's something about this suit. Okay, there is something about this suit. There is the helmet right there. Whoa. I don't know what, I don't even know what to say. This might be one of the best Iron Man suits, just right off the bat. You know, like when I'm looking at it, this might be one of the best suits I've ever seen. So man, especially with that triangle right there as the arc reactor. Holy crap, guys. So let me show you guys some of the accessories that this comes with, and then we'll get back to the figure itself. So first off, we do get the hands we basically get with every other Iron Man right here that have the articulating fingers. This is one of my favorite things about Iron Man's. Whenever I first got one, I couldn't believe that every single individual knuckle bent. I thought that was amazing. So you get those hands, of course, like I said, with every Iron Man. Next up, you get these, and these are some you get also with Iron Man's all the time. This has some good painting on it. These are kind of blaster hands. I think they look awesome. Look at that. There's some good detail in there, man. There's some scratching going on, all that. So at first I thought these were fists, but he already had the fists on. So this is for his weapon feature that you can plug into there. So this looks great right here. You just plug it straight into the hole right there, and he can look like he's shooting it with that fist as well. Then we have the battle damage version of the chest piece right here. And I will say, guys, this looks super good. Now, I think this has very sharp edges on it in the battle damage part. Usually with battle damage pieces, it is kind of soft, but I think they're, you know, doing a lot better on the quality control of what we see on the actual announcement photos compared to what we get on the final product photos. If you go to the back, there's nothing really on the back, but it's awesome that you can see through it. That's cool. Another battle damage part we have is the faceplate right here. This looks great too. I think this will complement the battle damage chest very well. Now to something that has been very controversial, the head sculpt. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I really liked it in the promo photos and the final product. I think it looked better in the final product, but here it is right here. I think it looks awesome, guys. I like it. I feel like turning the eyes a little bit maybe might help it out a bit, but I know you're getting a lot of shadows. Later we will get some better shots of it, but this looks great. I think it looks good. I'm looking at it straight on right now. Yeah, the eyes just need a little bit of turning, but like I said, we'll get some better shots of it later. And there is this red part right here that you put at the base of the neck, so when you put the head sculpt on the figure, it looks like, you know, he's inside the suit. Another thing to note on the head sculpt is that this is where you can move the eyes around right here. You just use your finger to kind of move those little things in there. As you can see, they're kind of pegs. I don't know if you can see, it's a little dark, but you can move them easily. So say I want to move one of the eyes over like this, I can. Let's see if I can do it on camera. Oh, well, that's a little bit too much, but as you can see, the eye is moving around right there. It looks cool. So I'm gonna deal with that later though. I believe there is a second part to this underneath right here. I didn't get the one with the gantry and all that, but I got this one. I'm on the wait list, guys. I'm on the wait list on Sideshow for that. I messed up not getting it. So this is something new. We don't usually get the batteries like this. They're usually in kind of a plastic type of thing, a clamshell, but we're starting to get them differently now. It feels a little bit more premium though, like this. And the instructions are right here. Now here are some more swappable parts for like the forearm and things like that. These look good. Here, I'm gonna take them out so you can see them a little better. So here is kind of a rocket that comes out of his forearm. I believe it's his forearm or it's his hand, but I think it is his forearm. This looks good. And then we have some more like I wanted to say whistling birds, but that's not it. But these are painted really well. They're little missiles that you can put on his forearm too. Looks great. They're very, very tiny though, but they're painted well. Some more right here too. This looks good. These all can, I think, go on one arm. And then we have another one here. This looks really cool too, man. This looks awesome. And then I believe this one is another kind of missile type of launcher thing. Yeah, so you can see them right there. And these go kind of by his shoulder. Then we have those blast effects that I was talking about. They come out his fist right here. They are purple. You get 2 of them, so you can have them do 2 at the same time or just 1. You have some clear right here, but then it gets more purple as it goes down. So awesome effect piece. Would I be using it? Probably not. Then we have some utilities that you could use, like a screwdriver, you know, tweezers, and this is to move the eye around as well if you want to make it a little bit easier on yourself. And last but not least, we have the base right here. Let me do the satisfying. There we go. Beautiful Avengers logo. I really like this base actually. This might be one of the most beautiful simplistic bases I've seen because you have a matte finish all the way around, but on the Avengers logo you do have some gloss, but inside of there is the Stark Tower right in the center, and then like some of the buildings we kind of saw on the box art. But this is beautiful, and it kind of has that metallic shine as well. And then we have the name right there, Iron Man Mark 6 on the back, nothing but this looks awesome. But it doesn't come with a flight pole, guys, so that's kind of a downside of this, but you get a crotch grabber. I'm not gonna make him do a crazy pose, at least I don't think so right now, but there it is. That's what it looks like with the crotch grabber on it. Awesome. Now let's get back to the figure itself. Back to the figure itself, guys, and like I said earlier, absolutely phenomenal. Speechless. This thing couldn't be any better. Oh, the edges on this is so good, and it being a slimmer but bulkier body looks amazing. And you have what you usually get with all the other Iron Mans as well, is the, you know, cuts and little weathering going on throughout the whole entire suit all the way down. And this thing feels so heavy, and it's really die cast, as you can see right here. I just take that off with a magnet, and then you can hear the die cast right there. Just I don't know why these are magneted. I don't know what these are for, probably to put the batteries in, but looks amazing. Here's what the back looks like as well. Oh man, this is one of my favorite suits, guys. And then you can move the flaps up, and it looks like these are kind of shining like metal, but I don't think they are. So these are a little bit like the wings that he has whenever he stops or something like that. this looks great. And I'm not going to put all the batteries in here or anything like that. This thing just looks good. Even without the batteries in it, it looks awesome. But if you want to, you just take off this head part and put some batteries in. But let's get to some articulation. I'm just getting some more views of it. We have our basic Iron Man articulation. You can do whatever you want with this figure. You can go about that far with the arms. You could do a 360 if you wanted to with these arms all the way around. So you have that. You have the double bend elbow right there. It goes pretty, you know, the angle's pretty good on there. And then you can kick out the leg a little bit, not too much though. I will say that's kind of a con with the articulations. You can't kick out that leg because it does hit right there. I mean, I think you can pull it out, but I'm not going to do all that. Forward, very, very good forward. Backwards, you could go back as well. You would just need to open this flap right here and go back a little bit more. That's about how far it will go back, like that. And then the double bend elbow, the double bend knee right there. And then if you want to move the you know, the ankle around, you go up, down, and there is a little bit of side to side tilt, so that's good, guys. Real quick, let me show you what this thing looks like with the battle damage armor on it. As I was swapping out the armor, the glass came out of the arc reactor part right here, so hopefully that's not a big issue. I got one of the early versions, so maybe the glue is a little bit better on the later versions, but that did come out. So if you have a problem with that, that's maybe a widespread issue. Let's just hope not. So here it is with the battle damage armor on, and it looks even better, guys. It really does. A big thing about this is that you can see through the armor right here, and you can see the insides and the inner workings of the Iron Mans right there. It gives it a lot of depth. I like that a lot. And then the face sculpt. I mean, when you have a battle damage Iron Man like helmet, it looks 10 times better for some reason. But that's what it looks like with the battle damage armor. We will get some better photos of this a little bit later. I want to do one more thing, and I want to show you guys the head sculpt on this. So here it is with the head sculpt. Of course, you need an Iron Man with a Tony Stark head sculpt, and this one looks really good. But the good thing about this is if you do want the helmet on and you just don't want this thing sitting around, you could kit bash this on a suit or something like that, and it would look very good. But I hope you guys like the look of this. I'm digging it a lot. Like I said, I need to move the eyes a bit more around, which I will do here in a minute. But now it's time to get this guy in a few poses and give you some quick pros and cons, and also tell you my overall thoughts of the figure. So let's get to it. So here he is, looking great on the turntable. I do have his battle damage parts on still, and I will say this is some of my favorite battle damage from any Iron Man to date. But now it's time to get to some pros and cons. So I'll start off with the pros. My first pro would have to be the weathering throughout the body. It's giving it like more of that effect that he's been through battles and just been flying around everywhere. Another pro would actually be the head sculpt. A lot of people hated on this head sculpt, but I will say in person it looks a lot better, and I wasn't disappointed at all. The next pro would be something that I kind of touched on a little bit before this, and it would be the battle damage parts and some of the swappable parts that you can put on the arms. These give the figure more detail and more options for display. And the last pro would have to be the weight of the figure. And yes, I know that might be a cop-out pro, but I think that that cold metal and that weight and the die cast just feels awesome, and I feel like every collector should experience it at one point. Now with those pros, there is some cons, but I will say there's not many. Now for the first con, I feel like they should have given us a flight pole for this base at least. Having a crotch grabber with an Iron Man seems a bit odd. Another con would have to be swapping out the helmet for the head sculpt. This base neck piece right here is so hard to take off, but if you just pull it forward and give it some strength, you'll be able to get it off. And the last con would be not having a USB light up function yet. Honestly, we're at a time where Iron Man needs that, because I'm tired of putting batteries inside these things and it not lasting long, or me having to take them out because of corrosion. With all that being said, my rating for this figure would have to be a 9.6 out of 10. I am absolutely blown away by this figure. So my overall thoughts are I'm very positive. You get the beautiful boxy Iron Man with a very slim look. Also, I love the way the arc reactor looks. It sets it apart from all the other Iron Man suits that there is. It's probably my top 3 Iron Man suits now. And opening an Iron Man is always such a great experience, especially one that you've never seen before. It just gives me that awesome feeling and I can never get tired of it. But anyways, tell me what you think about the figure down there in the comment section below. Also, while you're down there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.